2023. We're trying to cock out, folks. Johnny Long, and I'm not the hopo. All right, tonight we're going to be talking about something really, really cool. I think it's really, really cool because it's mine and it's different. I thought I did a video on it before. I couldn't find it, so obviously I didn't. I just actually, because it's so special to me, I kind of like didn't do anything about it. I didn't do a video. All right, so let's look at something that's really, really cool. First of all, let me turn this amp on. All right, so I decided to get a Marcus Miller jazz bass, all right? And I'm not talking about the Sires, I'm talking about the real Marcus Miller jazz bass, like the 77 knockoff for Fender. It's not a knockoff, it's actually really incredible. All right, so they came in different colors. They came in white and they came in natural. The white is kind of special, you know, you don't really see the white ones like talking about it. All right, but this one is one of the very, very early model ones. And why did I say very early model? Because basically, it's a boo bass. It's a BOO. When you got the BOO, that tells you right there that that bass is kind of old. Like one of the first ones made. Because the serial number starts with BOO. All right. So when I got the bass were natural. I didn't really want the natural kind of bass. I liked it, but I didn't really want it, and I wanted to express myself on the bass. So let me show you what I did. All right, you ready? All right. So first thing I did was cut me out a special plate. Now this plate turns different colors. Can you see that? Every time you move, that plate turns a different color. I like the gold trick in it. I tricked it out with gold. The pickups that's in it are Lindy Freyland's Overwound. I always get Lindy to overwhelm me, my pickups. The preamp in it is a All Deer Pro Z. All right, now I like the Lindy Freyland pickups in it, but everybody knows single coils are not very friendly when it comes to ground and lights. So here's the Pro Z. That's volume, high mids, low mids, bass down on the bottom, and treble on the top. And that's a three-way mid-cut switch, all right? It's got a gold bridge, gold, they call it a ashtray. And as you go up, you can see that the neck has been recoated again, and I put my own twist on it, all right? I like stars, so this is like a black and purple kind of star thing. So let me tell you about the body, though, while we're here. So a lot of you guys see on YouTube and Facebook where guys taking splatter, or if they don't splatter, they dip. This is not a dip. This is a splatter. Like I took the paint and just threw it on the bass, right? It's a lot of work to do that because once the paint go on and dry, you have to keep sanding without upsetting the pattern of the bass. So it's a lot of sanding and a lot of clear coat on this bass. Approximately about 7 clear coats on this bass. All right, on the back, you know, just got the regular old black. I kept it black, clear coated it. And on the neck, you can see stars, splats. As you can see, the tuners are different too. I put Geiger tuners on it. I could have put gold, but I thought it would be like it's too blingy. I didn't want it too blingy. I wanted it nighttime up there and daytime down here. Look, it's just me, man. I'm just saying it's just me. All right, so we're going to move this out of the way. And I'm coming through it was a little different tonight. So we're coming through my Fender Rumble 500. 500. All right, and I love the Rumble 500. It's such a cool bass. I got everything off, so what you're gonna hear is basically what the bass sounds like, all right? All the buttons are pushed up. I got everything at approximately around 8:30, about 8:30. It's not even 9 o'clock, all right? Because this bass is very, very articulate and powerful, all right? Let me show you that this is an All Deer Pro Z. Anytime you got an All Deer, that happens. You see it? That little blue light. All right, the next thing I want to do is basically see if it's tuned. All right. Woo. Nice. I like the Geiger tuners. I think they're really, really cool. Of course, you know, Geiger's not going to say anything to me about this stuff because I use a lot of their stuff in the shop. In the Hobo Depots! Because Geiger make really, really cool and good stuff. I say cool and good stuff. They make really, really cool and good stuff. I just said it. All right, so now we're going to plug it in. Turn everything off. This bass is smacking hot. When I tell you smacking hot, it's smacking hot. I had EMGs in it first. I probably would, if I decided to keep it, go back to the EMGs. They're less light friendly. All right, these might have a little hum in them, but not a lot. All right, so here we go. So let's turn the rear pickup on first. There's nothing on it. Preamp is not on it. Whatever you hear is going to be the bass. Now I got SIT strings on it, and they set extremely close. Extremely. It's got that Jocko sound. I love Lenny Fralin stuff. All right, so now I'm gonna go to the front pickup. Now the switch is all the way up. All right, so don't forget that. So now we're gonna go to the front pickup and try the same thing. Everybody know the front always have a little bit more booty. But why I like Lenny Fralin pickup so incredibly much, because it's so authentic. I didn't just make that word up. Authentic. Now, another thing y'all need to know is I haven't changed these strings in like a minute. So the strings are on it. You know, I played the bass at church, y'all saw that. But I really been really playing the bass, and I haven't had a chance to change the strings because I kind of like the way they sound. And the SIT's foundations sounds good. Both pickups. Now, a lot of people would want to take that off. It's cool. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, some people don't know how to play up close to the neck, and some people don't like playing in the back. But this bothers a lot of folks. It's fine with me. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. You don't get all wild with it because it's in the way. All right, so now we're going to go to the switch. So we got both pickups on. Take the switch, take it all the way down. So that's the low cut of the mid cuts. I got to amp really low because if I don't want to rock out the phone. And then in the middle, there's nothing on now. I'm just cutting. And up top. So up top, in the middle, down low. So you can tell that the switch is using. I said you can tell the switch is using. You can tell the switch is working even when the mid cut is not even on. Low, middle, high. Okay? So now we're going to go to the high cut, the high mids, all right? Nothing else is on, just the high mids, both pickups. Oh, let's start with the rear pickup. And we're going to go through the switch. Now, as you know, the switch is now down. I can already hear the difference already. In the middle and up top. All right. Now we're going to go with back down, switch back down again. We're going to go with the low mids. So right now, the high mids and the low mids are in detent mode. Detent mode. And the switch is all the way down. Here we go. In the middle. Yeah. And up top. So let's go all the way down again and do some. Both pickups. Oh, we had a rear pickup. In the middle. And up top. Okay, now front pickup. Let's do the same thing with front pickup, because you got to hear the difference, right? With the front pickup, take the switch, take it all the way down to the bottom, and you get this sound. In the middle. And up top. So the mids are your friends. All right, so now we're gonna take the mid and take the high mids and send it all the way up to 3/4. All right, here and get this with the front pickup. Ooh, this thing is loud. Bring it down. A little bit more. I'm telling you, the preamp in this joint is crazy. And rear pickup, same way. All the way down. And of course, the high mids at 3/4 in the middle. And up top. And in the middle. And all the way down. All right. So now we're gonna go take the mids all the way back. Let's go to low mids to 3/4. See what we got. Let's go over the rear pickup first. In the middle. And up top. All right. Now let's go to the front pickup. Do the same thing. Let's go low first. In the middle. And up top. That's a lot of booty. Woo! Woo! A lot of booty. Keep turning it down, boy, because it's getting louder and louder. And both pickups. All the way down. In the middle. And up top. All right. Now, let's take the mids all the way out. Both mids are out now. Now we're going to treble. All right. We're going to go start at the bottom first on treble with the rear pickup. Oh, yeah. I was like, what happened? All right, rear pickup first. And you got to remember, I have the preamp on the inside turned down. So I can actually turn that low part. You can go inside and turn it up even higher. But also remember, as you turning that Pro Z up, you're turning the top one, it's getting louder and louder. So I'd rather have it at this volume because I got the amp so low than to have it all the way up blasting, and then when I turn the amp up, everything sounds like I'm trying to get God's attention, which I already have. In the middle. And up top. Okay, and now let's go to bass. D10. We got treble at D10 and bass at D10. Then we're going to the bottom. In the middle. You can hear the middle soften up and get kind of even rounded. and up top. All right, and let's go with both pickups. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's just nasty to me. All right, so now we're gonna go with treble at, I would say 3/4. I like the Marcus Miller bass because it's natural. It's just a natural sounding jazz. Now I can pick this up and then go pick my 77 up, and it'd be just like it. In the middle. All right, all the way down. All right, so check this out. So I'm going to turn the amp up because y'all probably saying, that's just too low, Johnny. That's just too low. I mean, the lower part is really, really low. But I'd rather for you to hear it low, knowing that your stack is probably this tall. All right, so you know it's going to be punching out some stuff. But this bass is really hot. Once again, I got it turned down. Okay, in the middle. And up top. So we're going to turn some mids in. We're going to take the low mids, put it at D10. See, you see what I'm saying? All this stuff that was low, I got to go back and turn my amp down again. All this stuff that was low, once you start cranking those mids in, everything, I don't care even on the low part, all that stuff just start coming up. All right? So we're going to go to the low, and I'm going to prove it to you. We're going to go to the low part. Turn it down. Okay, so we're gonna turn the high mids. Okay, so you got high mids at D10, low mids at D10, you got treble at D10, and you got bass at D10, and this is what you got on the low cut. Okay, and then we go to middle cut. You got this. Ooh, that's a scissor. That low voicing, man. And I'm not a hard player, so you ain't no need to act like I'm digging for something. I'm not really digging. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And of course, if I take everything up, it's going to be beasting. Now, if it's loud on this little amp, what do you think it's going to be like on your big rig? Or through the house? That sounds loud to me for some reason. And the strings they're used. Look, They're not even twanging, they're used. Okay, so we're gonna take the treble and put it at, let's put it at 3/4. In the middle. Down. You hear the difference now? Because the mids are in. Now I could crank the bass up and it'd be crazy. So I'm gonna take the bass from D10 and run it to about just before 3/4. Okay, so we got the treble at 3/4, and we got the bass at 3/4. We got the mids at D10, high mids at D10. We're gonna take it at 3/4. See what it sounds like. Okay, now we're gonna take the low mids and run them to about 3/4. This is at the switch all the way to the bottom. Then we're gonna take the switch on the same setting, put it in the middle. Now it begins to sound like a really old 70s jazz. Very boisterous, very articulate, very growly, bear growling. I'm telling you, I was talking to an incredible friend of mine tonight. He's a professor, and man, I'm gonna tell you, we always talking about these Fender jazzes. This bass right here, in case y'all looking for the highs to cut your head off, the strings ain't new, all right. But this bass is doing so much right now, it's mind blowing. Okay, now we're gonna go, and this is where it's gonna get crazy. Take the switch all the way to the top. I personally will back everything back to D10 because at the top everything gets very, very boisterous. Very natural sounding, very articulate bass. All right, so we're gonna take it in the middle. Let's see what it sounds like in the middle. I don't know how many. Okay, I like it. Open the treble up. I mean, you can hear what the treble sounds like. This is in the middle position. Okay, and up top is this. Oh, that booty. That's that Marcus real. This is the real Marcus sound. Natural Fender jazz sound with just a little bit more something on the edge of it. In the middle. In the middle, what the middle does, the middle switching, it just cleans everything up, man, and puts it right there, right where you want it. Not too much on the top, not too much on the bottom, just right in the mix, man, where it just sits. Woo! And then as you add Miz, as you add low mids, get scoopy. Roll a little bit more low mids in. Take the low, all right, roll a little bit more bottom, man. I ain't even left detent on bass yet. That's the crazy part. So let's just take it off detent about a hair notch. That's in the middle. Because y'all, all the time, y'all were like, oh, the middle is kind of low for me. But I haven't dialed anything in yet. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. And then I just dial the top back a little bit. And then I just go back to the low mids and then take the low mids and put it back 3/4 and get this. Go to the switch, put the switch all the way down. Look, I could do this all night, but I know the video is getting long. And I just want to play the bass. I just want to play it, man, because it's, you know, not only is it a pretty bass, but it's just, I don't know, y'all. It's just something about jazz basses that it just make you want to play them, man, because they got all these tones that a lot of people just not used to. A lot of people get jazz basses and they only just experiment and I'm over the treble all the way up, I'm over the bass all the way up. I'm not too much mids. But the mids are your friends. That's all I got to say. Listen, guys, I'm going to say this, say it real quick. Like, I need you guys to keep praying for the Queen and I in the Hobo Depot. God is really doing something special for us in our household. I mean, when I say really special, I mean really special. He's been surprising us all during the year. And every day I get more and more surprised. But anyway, I want you guys to know that I still keep praying for y'all in the morning for a lot of you get up. And even when a lot of you still sleep. Because I want you guys to have a great day and be safe all the way through. Listen, there's a lot of things happening in the world right now. Don't focus on that all so much. Focus on being incredibly kind to your loved ones. Kind to people who you don't even know. All right? And doors will open for you. Once again, I don't know where Hootie is, but shout